You built another company behind my back.
The first time Tunde met Kelechi, it was raining. Not the gentle kind of rain that taps politely on rooftops, but the kind that floods streets, traps strangers under bus stops, and forces conversations that might never have happened otherwise. Tunde had been standing there, drenched from the knees down, clutching a worn backpack. He had just moved to Lagos, chasing a future that didn't yet have shape. Beside him, a tall boy laughed as water splashed onto his shoes. "First time in this city?" the boy asked. Tunde looked at him, surprised. "Is it that obvious?" The grin grew. "You're still trying to avoid the rain. Give it a week, you'll learn it doesn't care." That was Kelechi. And just like that, something began. Friendship didn't arrive all at once. It grew, quietly, steadily, like roots beneath the ground. They discovered they attended the same university, shared the same struggles, ate at the same roadside buka when money ran low, dreamed of something bigger. But where Tunde was cautious, observant, and slow to trust, Kelechi was bold, charismatic, and magnetic. People gravitated toward him effortlessly. Together, they became unstoppable. Kelechi would pull Tunde into conversations, introduce him to people, open doors. And Tunde? He kept Kelechi grounded, thought through decisions, saw risks others missed. They balanced each other, or so it seemed. It started as a joke. "What if we built something?" Kelechi said one evening as they sat on a rooftop overlooking the city lights. "Like what?" "An app. Something big, something African, something ours." Tunde laughed at first, but Kelechi didn't. Within weeks, the joke became a plan. Late nights turned into strategy sessions, ideas turned into prototypes, and before long, they were building something real, a platform connecting small businesses with digital marketing tools. They called it Bridge, because that's what it was meant to be, a bridge between ambition and opportunity. And for a while, everything felt right. Success didn't arrive loudly. It crept in. First came small clients, then bigger ones, then investors started asking questions. That's when things began to change. Not suddenly, subtly. Kelechi started making decisions without Tunde, small ones at first. "It's nothing," he would say, "just quick calls." Tunde noticed but said nothing, because that's what trust does. It silences doubt. It was a Tuesday afternoon when Tunde found the email. He hadn't meant to. They shared access to everything, accounts, files, conversations. That's what partners did. But this email was different. It was from an investor, and it was addressed only to Kelechi. "We're excited to move forward. However, we would prefer a single founder structure for clarity." Single founder? Tunde scrolled. "We believe Kelechi is best positioned to lead the company forward." The room felt smaller, colder. When Kelechi walked in later that evening, Tunde didn't confront him immediately. He watched him instead, waiting, hoping there was an explanation. "There's something we need to talk about," Tunde finally said. Kelechi paused, just for a second, but that second was enough. "It's not what you think," Kelechi said quickly. Tunde's voice was calm, too calm. "Then explain what I think." Kelechi sighed. "It's just temporary. Investors want simplicity. Once we secure the deal, everything goes back to normal." "Everything?" Tunde asked. "Including trust?" Kelechi didn't answer, and in that silence, something broke. The deal went through, but not the way Tunde expected. Contracts were signed, ownership restructured, and suddenly, quietly, legally, Tunde found himself replaced. Not removed entirely, just reduced. A smaller percentage, a smaller voice, a smaller place in something he helped build. "You agreed to this," Tunde said, holding the documents. "I did it for us," Kelechi replied. "For us?" Tunde's voice cracked for the first time.
or for you?" Kelechi didn't look away this time. "I did what was necessary." And there it was. Not regret, not apology, just justification. They still worked together, on paper. In reality, they became strangers sharing the same space. Conversations turned into transactions, laughter disappeared, silence grew louder. And yet, Tunde stayed. Not because he trusted Kelechi anymore, but because he wanted to understand. Why?
Weeks turned into months, and something didn't feel right. Numbers didn't add up. Decisions felt rushed, and Kelechi was hiding something. Again. One night, long after everyone had left, Tunde sat alone in the office. He opened files, checked accounts, followed trails, and then he found it. A second company, registered quietly, funded through Bridge, owned entirely by Kelechi. Tunde leaned back slowly. The betrayal wasn't a moment, it was a pattern. This time there was no waiting, no patience, no silence. "You built another company," Tunde said, placing the documents on the table. Kelechi froze. "You used our resources, our money." Kelechi exhaled. "You don't understand." "Then make me understand." "I was protecting myself," Kelechi snapped, "in case this failed." Tunde stared at him. "In case we failed, or in case you wanted to leave me behind completely?" Kelechi said nothing, and that silence said everything. Friendship doesn't end in one moment. It unravels, thread by thread, memory by memory, trust by trust. "I would have given everything for you," Tunde said quietly. "I know," Kelechi replied. "That's what made it easy, right?" Kelechi looked away, and for the first time, he seemed unsure. Tunde had a decision to make. Fight, expose everything, take back what was his, or walk away, not as a victim, but as someone who refused to become like the person who betrayed him. "You're going to lose everything," Kelechi said. Tunde nodded. "Maybe," he replied, "but I won't lose myself." Tunde left. No drama, no public war, just silence. The same silence that once built their friendship, now buried it. Kelechi stayed, built the company bigger, richer, more successful. But success has a way of echoing, and sometimes the loudest echo is absence. Months later, rumors began. Investors pulling out, internal conflicts, unexplained losses, and whispers of betrayal. Again. This time not from Tunde, but from someone else, because betrayal doesn't disappear, it repeats. One evening, Kelechi sat alone in his office, the same office they once shared, the same window overlooking the city. But something was missing. Not money, not success, something deeper, something quieter, something real. Trust. True friendship isn't built on opportunity, or convenience, or ambition. It's built on something far more fragile and far more powerful. Loyalty. The kind that doesn't bend under pressure. The kind that doesn't disappear when things get difficult. The kind Kelechi had and lost. Did Tunde ever forgive him? No one knows. Did Kelechi ever change? Maybe. But the truth is, some betrayals don't end. They linger, in memories, in regrets, in the quiet moments when success feels empty. And the question remains, what is the cost of losing a genuine friend? Some people will walk into your life and help you build something great, but only a few will help you become someone better. And if you're not careful, you might trade the second for the first, without realizing you've lost something you can never rebuild.